Hi guys, I'm Chris here. I hope everybody's doing well. Anyway guys, I've been around here for a while, just busy with a lot of stuff, and as I say guys, I just do YouTube for the fun of it. Anyway guys, today I am going to be making some sweet dill relish pickle, and so basically this is what it entails. You're going to need about 4 cups of cucumber, and the small ones guys, because the larger ones gonna have a lot more, too much water in it, 1 red bell pepper, a onion, and for the brine we're gonna need some vinegar, water, sugar, mustard seeds, some turmeric, a little bit of dill, some cornstarch, celery seed, and this is optional. I put nutmeg and cinnamon in mine, and it gives it such a nice taste. So basically that's it. So for the cucumbers guys, you could use a food processor. Sometimes I use a food processor, but guys, I like to just cut it up. So what basically you're gonna do guys, here's your you're gonna cut these part off, and these are the size cucumber I use guys. Now we get they come in plenty because of the summer, and I scrape out this part because this seed have a lot more moisture in it, so I just scrape that out. And like I said, depends on, these are the size cucumbers mostly used for pickling. So guys, what I do, I just like to slice them like this. Like I said, you could use a food processor, but in the food processor you gotta pulse it, okay, for a few minutes, because you don't want them to puree. Okay, so I just dice them up very fine. I like it this way, even though the food processor could pulse it very good, but I like to chop it up this way very fine. And also guys, you're gonna need coarse salt or pickling salt, because you're gonna need that to take the moisture out of the cucumbers. Okay, so this is the size cucumber you should use. You could also use the English one, but like I said, they have a lot more moisture in them, and they don't taste as tender and nice as these small ones. Alright, now with the produce coming in, a lot of fresh produce, lots of peaches, lots of fruits, lots of fresh cucumber, and I just go like this basically to give them an extra little, like that. And these ones are so nice guys, because they're tender, they're young, they're small. It's hot where I'm hot, and I'm so enjoying it guys. Summer is still going strong, and we have a long weekend this weekend because it's Carabana weekend. We're Carabana Carnival. I think it's going to be Monday. It's a civic holiday, so that's when it's going to be. So it's a long weekend coming up for this weekend. The summer is winding down. So this is what I do guys, just and you know what, if you don't want to go through all of this, just use a food processor, okay? You want them in, small pieces, but you don't want to have them puree like applesauce or something like that. So this is it. So when you do food processor, you have to put it on pulse. Just pulse it. But I always love to do it this way. I get nice small pieces. And pickle is so nice guys. You could use it in your, I use it a lot. You could use it in your coleslaw, in your potato salad, in so many things. And hot dog is the favorite thing, for pickle, to put down on your pickles. And these are sweet. These are sweet relish. And guys, basically that's it right there. I have a few more to cut up as I go along. So guys, I'm just gonna finish chopping up these, then I shall return. Okay guys, I finished chopping the cucumber. So we're gonna be using 1 red bell pepper, guys, and for that, because you want to get color, and the red bell pepper is the best for that. And we're also gonna use an onion, and we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna just chop these up fine. I'd like to get this part out. This part is bitter. I would never, don't use it in your peppers. That part is bitter. Always cut out that part, the white part. Give your stuff a very bitter taste. Okay guys, so I'm gonna cut these very fine also. Chop them up very fine. And as I say, guys, you can also use your food processor, put it on pulse. But you know what, guys, I like to do it this way. Plus I get my hand exercise. I hope everybody's doing well. I've been here for a while and lots of stuff happening in the world. I see everybody was jumping and thing there for over soccer the other day. That's all done, so another distraction will come for you guys soon. You know, that's what it is. Lots of distraction from the reality of serious stuff that's going on, you know. But just have to live one day at a time, guys, and that's it. One day at a time. And focus on some positive stuff, guys. Not just this little frivolous stuff, you know. Sports and all of that. A lot of important stuff here to be focused on. Instead of sports and entertainment. Not that I'm saying anything wrong with those things. Those are, you know, very good. But there's lots of other stuff in the world right now I would be more focused on than sports and entertainment. And that's my pepper here. And this is about a medium-sized pepper. I'm gonna add this to my cucumbers, and then I'll do the onions. And it also gives it a beautiful color. You know, the red goes in. And you know, the onion here now is for taste, guys. And this is a sweet onion, Valdez onion. And these are very good for the pickles, you know, they give it a nice flavor. Along with the dill and all of that. So these are going to cut up very finely. And guys, you see when you make your own relish, if you read the back of that relish can, you see how much stuff is in the bottle. You know, this is fresh stuff you're doing from scratch. So that's the beauty of it. That's why I do so many things for myself. You know, I could as well buy a bottle of relish in the store, guys, but you know, the stuff that's there you have to use to preserve it. This is just natural stuff you're doing right here. No preservative. This is why I take the time and do everything as much as possible for myself when it comes to, you know, cooking. I do my own herbs. You know, I right now, guys, on my balcony I have so much parsley and thing growing, and I just strip them down and just dry them and grind them up. Oregano, parsley, and rosemary, those are my favorite herbs, and thyme. You know, and right now they're so galore. So I'm gonna cutting. I have them on my balcony right now. I just buy them and just leave them there, and then when I'm ready, I'm cooking, I just go out and just cut off a few leaves. I save the dry ones for the winter. You know, use a lot of fresh herbs right now. But you can make everything, my dear, everything. I have lots of video up there showing how to make your own turmeric. And that's where I make my curry from, turmeric, you know. And rosemary, onion powder, garlic powder. The videos are up there if you want to try to do your own. You can go and check them out. This is it. Yeah, I'm gonna put this in. Well, I know sometimes, guys, people don't have the time, so you know it's easier to just go grab a bottle of stuff in the store. You know, so I'm not knocking anybody. Okay, guys, I have that going right now, and I'm just gonna blend everything in together. See how beautiful that looks, guys. And guys, I'm gonna put 2 tablespoons of salt, and you might say that's so much, but guys, it's gonna be rinsed off and it's gonna pull all the moisture from the cucumber. You know, 2 tablespoons, and I'm using kosher salt, and you could use pickling salt. That's kosher salt I'm using. And guys, we're gonna mix it together, mix everything up together. So you want the salt to get into all of it. And guys, I'm gonna normally this is gonna be for 24 hours maximum. You get a better result. If not, you can do it, just let it sit for a few hours. I'm gonna put it in the fridge. This is for 24 hours to let it suck out all that moisture. I'll be right back, okay? Yes, guys, the cucumbers 24 hours, and that's what it looks like. You see all that moisture, guys? So right now at this point I have to rinse it to get rid of all that salt. Okay, so I'm just gonna rinse it out of the sink. I'm gonna put it in my trusted colander and rinse it out. That's why I said don't worry about the 2 tablespoons of salt, because it will come right out. That was just there to pull all the moisture out from the cucumber. I'll just give it a hard rinse right now. Of all that stuff. And the smell, guys, with the onions and smell awesome. Just give it a good rinse here, guys. I should be there in a minute. to do it. It remain crunchy and nice. That's it. So right now, guys, the next step is, okay, for the brine, we have a pot here. We're gonna add a teaspoon and a half of some cornstarch, and if you can get access to organic, it's even better. So we're gonna go in with a teaspoon and a half of cornstarch. Okay, and this is for the brine. And then we will have a half a cup of vinegar, white vinegar. You can use lemon juice, but guys, I prefer, because this I'm going to be bottling this, I prefer to use vinegar. I find it much more, you know, for me, I find it much more effective. Nothing wrong with lemon juice if you want to use lemon juice. Okay, so we're going to use 3/4 cups of sugar, and I'm using some organic cane sugar. So I'm going to go in with 3/4 cups. And my pot is just over there for the canning, just eating up. 3/4 cups. Just measuring my sugar here, guys. Okay, so that's 3/4 cup of sugar here, guys. The cup was a little wet. Okay. And guys, I have some dill here, adding to it about a tablespoon of dill, and this is fresh dill I'm using. The smell is awesome. I just cut it on the cutting board. And my recipe, there's this recipe I'm adding in a teaspoon of nutmeg, and you know the flavor is gonna give that, guys. You know, this is the recipe I'm going from. I'm using nutmeg, about a half a teaspoon of nutmeg. Already just grated that. And we're going to be using a bit of cracked black pepper. There's many variation, guys. I'm also going to put in about a 1/4 teaspoon of some fresh cracked black pepper. And a little bit of celery seeds, guys. Just about a, not much, just a little bit. Celery seed, about a little 1/4 teaspoon. And we are also going to add some turmeric, and that's what's going to give it the color and give it the flavor. And the turmeric, we're going to use 2 teaspoons of turmeric. So when you see it has that yellow look there, guys, that's what give it that yellow look. Okay, so that's the turmeric for flavor and color. I'm gonna turn the stove on now. Oh yeah. And right now, guys, you gotta whip everything together. whip it up because it's, you know, it's cold. You got to just dissolve all that the cornstarch and the sugar. Just gonna whip it up. Smells very nice, guys. All the different stuff in it. And this is it's right here, guys. Whip it up till all of the sugar and the cornstarch dissolve. Okay. Now we're gonna put it on the fire to come to a boil. As I say, that's the water going over there. I just sterilized my bottle and I'm just eating it up back because I'm going to be canning these. And once you can them, guys, I have in my pantry for over a year and it's still going. And I keep it in the fridge for months. But this is why I prefer to go with the vinegar, you know. So this is it. So relish could go up to even over the year. I have a bottle of relish there still for over here, and it's still good. You know, I gave them away. I gave a few away, you know. And as I say, relish, guys, can be used in so many different dishes. And one of the number one thing is your hot dog, your potato salad. You could use it into your coleslaw. It can be used into so many different dishes, and it's just have a very nice flavor, you know. So, and no water is added to it, guys. That's just the sugar there, and the, yeah, that's just the sugar and the cornstarch doing this thing. So it's gonna come to a boil, guys, and then I'll add in the cucumbers. So guys, I'm just gonna leave it, give it a few minutes, then I'll come back, okay? So guys, it's come to a boil and it's translucent. That's the point I want to get it at. See that? See that? That's it. So right now I'm gonna start putting in my cucumbers. And I'm gonna lower the heat a bit. And it's 4 cups of cucumbers, a little bit over 4 cups. But the recipe is 4 cups. So guys, we're blending everything together, and we're gonna let this cook for about 10 minutes or so. See the color get from the turmeric, beautiful. This is not a lot of work, guys. The hardest part is like chopping, and you know, use your food processor if you want to go faster. And you have your own relish right there. So guys, I'm just gonna let that cook for about 10 minutes. That 10 minutes, it will be done. So guys, I will return in 10 minutes. Yes, guys, my relish is done, and this is what you want to get for the outcome, guys. See that? That's what you want to get. See that? And guys, also, it's gonna, when it get colder, it's gonna thicken up a lot more. So this is just my pan right now. I already sterilized my bottles and the covers already. So I'm just gonna bottle now. So I have to I'm just Once that water come to a boil, then I stick them in. So right over here now, I'm just gonna bottle them. And guys, you have to just make sure that your bottles are properly sterilized, okay? And the rings and cover is not damaged, otherwise your stuff would spoil, okay? So you have to have a very clean technique here, okay? All the way. I cannot find, I loan out my funnel on my thing to lift the bottle out of the, and I have to go get them back. When you lend anything to people, folks, you have to go get it back. So normally I'd have my funnel to put over the bottle and make it easier, but I loan it to a relative. Yes, guys, not friend, a relative. So I just have to go very slowly right now with the spoon till I get back my funnel. I'm not gonna buy another one. I gotta go collect it myself. And guys, I use relish a lot, so this is why I use this size bottle. And guys, that's as far as you wanna. A little bit more, that's it. You don't want to bring it all the way up. Okay, that's it. Yeah, I love relish, guys. I use relish in a lot of stuff, you know, so this is why I use a size bottle. When I open one, it doesn't last a long time. I'm gonna see if I use smaller bottle, this would be about 4 or so. I think I have enough here for one more bottle, I think. And this time of the year, guys, a lot of canning your fruits and vegetables for the winter, because that's how it was in the olden days, guys. You know, the summer you plant up, and by the fall come, you'll be canning everything, preserve everything for the winter. So I used 4 cups and a little bit over, guys, and I got 3 bottles. Tastes so good, guys. So that's it right there. I got me 3 bottles. Okay. And if you don't want your relish or the smell like that, you could just keep the turmeric out. But guys, the turmeric make it so nice. And you know, in the store you see it the same. You're gonna see it with a, when you buy it, it's gonna have a nice yellow color, and that's the turmeric in it. So guys, right now I'm going to use a little bit of vinegar. Just to clean around the edges. Yeah. So when I put the cover on, it'll be nice and clean. See? Just a little bit of vinegar on your paper. So I'm just waiting for the water to come to a boil, and then I'll put my bottle in. The canning will be ready. We'll be going. I usually keep them on for about 15-20 minutes. So that's why I like the water to start boiling. Then I just put them in. lids on. And you got to make sure, guys, the lids, no scratching, clean, 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 clean. Okay, otherwise your stuff will spoil. And you don't want to tighten it too tight. I always get brand new lids because you can get lids separate here. So I always, as soon as a lid gone, a little scratch, I just go out and get and buy a whole package of lids. Okay. Like I said, if I use the smaller bottles, I would have gotten maybe about, I would say probably about 5 or 6, probably. Okay, that's it. And I'm just waiting for the water to come to a boil. And I'll stick them in for 20 minutes. And they cool down and I just put them in my little pantry. Water come to a boil. Yes, I think that's it. That's it, guys. Just gonna stick them in. I have to put more water in the pots. I didn't realize. Thought I had because of water. So guys, that's basically it, and I'm just gonna add, my kettle is boiling right now. I just put enough water all the way up. So that's gonna go for 20 minutes, guys. So I shall return in 20 minutes, okay? Yes, guys, once again, thanks for subscribing to the channel. I know I haven't been up there much, but you know, just busy with stuff. Anyway, guys, they're done. And these are great. Like, I haven't got any hot dog right now, guys, because that would be my, you know, favorite on a nice hot dog right now. But you know, it'll come. And these are nice to give as gifts too, you know, guys. A nice gift, you know, and they're so super delicious, you know. So you should try making it. This relish, it's, you know, cucumber, sweet cucumber relish. It's very delicious. Okay, so thanks for you know, supporting the channel, everyone. Big up yourself, everyone, and have a, you're in Canada, guys, have yourself a nice, happy, long weekend. Okay, all right, peace, take it easy.